wives. I got 4 wives. I'm from Ethiopia.
That's one of your wives, for real, or is that a girlfriend?
Girlfriend.
Yeah, I haven't seen her in a minute.
So wait, when you bring a girl, when you bring like a girl, is she a girlfriend or just a girl for the trip?
Girlfriend.
Girlfriend.
Yeah.
So you like you put her on cigar duty?
Well, if I need a cigar, then I would ask her to go politely get me a cigar. Yeah.
What if she said no?
How could she possibly say no to me?
What if she's like, why do I have to get your cigars? Like, get your own cigars.
Why do I have to put you on a private jet to fucking Croatia? Fuck off then.
There you go. There you go.
I agree with that.
Wait. So
Bye.
how many girlfriends?
Me?
Yeah.
Man, I'm a man of God. I'm a good man. I don't want to be in this podcast. Everyone trying to tell the world that I'm some kind of horrible, evil misogynist. Everyone seems to think I am for some reason.
I think it's great to have multiple.
Do you?
Yeah, why not? I mean, if they're okay with it. Yeah.
Well, do you have like a ranking system? Like you have a main piece and then side girls? How does that work?
I'm a man of God. I read the Bible. I go to church. I don't know. I can't possibly answer these questions. This is obviously going to be watched by every single female that has any kind of association to me, and I'm loyal to all of them.
Oh, that's awesome.
There you go. So do the math on that one. See, baby, I told you I was loyal. Don't worry about it.
So
I'm
would
loyal
you-
to all of you at the same time.
You think it's possible for a man to be loyal to one girl?
I think it's possible for men to do lots of things. Sure, we can go to the moon. You can be loyal to one girl. You can go scuba diving if you want to. I don't think that if men were truly honest with themselves that they want to be, I think men are loyal to a woman to try and inspire loyalty out of her. A man will sit there and go, I only want to be with her. But really what they're saying is, I only want her to be with me, which is a masculine imperative and it's natural and I completely understand that. Every man's the same. But if you could make a woman be loyal to you while not being loyal to her, then you would not be loyal to her. If a man's truly honest and says, if I can press this button and she's loyal to me no matter what I do, am I still gonna only be with her? Now you might prefer her, you might spend 99% of your time with her, etc. Completely get that. But on a long enough time frame for the rest of your human life, if she's gonna be loyal to you regardless, are you telling me that without any kind of backlash from her, without the chance of her cheating, without any bullshit, you're gonna tell me for the next 50 years you're not gonna fuck anything ever once?
If she let you, why not? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
I
I
feel
would
like
definitely
everyone
do
would
it.
agree to that.
Everyone would agree to it, right?
So it's different for men and women, is what
It's completely different for men and women, and it's also different because a lot of people misunderstand what I say. It's different for men of a certain status, right? If you're a man who has his shit together, at a certain level of status, you can say to a woman, look, I love you with all my heart, I want to be with you, I'm going to take care of you, but you're not going to tell me what to do. I'm in charge because this is my life. You're on the Tate train, and we're headed to Success Station. I'm the one driving it, and if you're going to be on my train, certain things are going to happen. If you're unhappy, you can get off. No problem.
I feel like you've been experiencing that as like a high value male. Me and Salim kind of just started. I'm hoping Steiny gets there one day. But once you get there, it'll be
Yeah.
it'll be dope. When you get into the high value area, it's like it's pretty fire.
Well, if you're hard to replace, then you're going to accept more things than you would accept from someone who's easy to replace, right? This is basic human psychology. We can take it away from dating and apply it to basically anything. You will accept your Lamborghini breaking down because it's hard to replace it. You will not accept your Toyota breaking down because you can just go get a Nissan. So it's the same kind of game, right? If you look at a guy and go, he is amazing at everything. I truly feel, I feel happy with this man. I can't find another man on his level who could possibly replace him or fill the hole in my life he would leave. Sometimes he fucks that bitch. Oh, fine. You're more likely to accept it. That's human nature, right? It's not even about intersexual dynamics and all the things I talk about, even though I could use those examples to apply all of my beautiful, completely correct, logical, affirmations. The reason I don't do that is because everyone comes back and goes, misogynist, misogynist, misogynist. So fine, cool. Stop them all crying. Let's talk about human nature. People are not going to be quick to replace something or attempt to replace something which is basically irreplaceable. So if you're a high enough status individual, then you get to get away with more. That's basic human psychology, isn't it, as a whole? And I think that I'm with guys here. I don't have to be polite. I don't have to say I think. I could say I know. I know.
I don't think there's any girls in the room. Is there?
Is there?
Is Alyssa even in here?
You're good, bro.
Oh,
Act like
shit.
there's not.
Cool. I know that women as a whole are quite understanding of their status. Women are very, very intelligent. I know people say I'm misogynistic and people say I say bad things about women. Women are very, very intelligent in certain key areas, and one of the things they are most intelligent at or best at is reading their own status and understanding what they can and can't get away with. Women are experts at that. Like
100%.
You get the same chick who will act X way with one guy and get with a new guy and act completely differently. Because
Do you think that's subconsciously, though?
I think it's subconscious, but I also think they spend a lot of time on Instagram, a lot of time looking at their competition, a lot of time looking in the mirror, a lot of time trying to look good, A lot of time, they spend a lot of time on themselves and within themselves, and they're pretty good at understanding their value and what they can get away with when it's compared against the value that's sitting opposite them, right? So they'll sit opposite one guy and be a dickhead, and sit opposite the next guy and be a sweetheart. They're quite smart at that, right?
That's facts.
It's true. So I think that most women actually, if they get with a guy who they really know has his shit together, they're not going to sit there with that guy and say, listen, you better not, because they're like, if I talk to him that way, he's definitely going to do it.
Yeah.
So they're going to come at a different angle. It would really hurt me if you, and then once they say it would really hurt me if you, then you can apply counters to that in different ways. You can just simply ask, why would that hurt you? Well, if you're fucking all these bitches, how do I know I'm special? So the only reason you know you're special is because I'm sexually exclusive. So if you knew you were special with something else, perhaps you did something else with me, or I did something else with you that I don't do with anybody else, then you would know you were special. So what are you worried about me fucking that bitch for? And it can't be that logical, because females are not that logical. You can't explain it that way. But I'm saying if you're with a woman long enough and you have frame and you have influence over her and you understand these basic paradigms and you mention them in the correct conversations at the correct way in the correct frame, over time, they'll learn to accept it. I say this and people completely have a meltdown. I don't know why people have a meltdown. It's facts. It's facts. You think any of these dudes you think any of these rappers fucking all these girls, the girls are telling them, you better be loyal. You better be loyal.
No, but why?
Fuck no, because of his status.
Because they don't want to be left.
Because they know he'll just say no, bye. So they just don't, they're like, okay, look at me in the mirror. Can I be replaced? Yes. Can he be replaced? Not easily. Fuck, I got to take this deal. That's the game. And that's human psychology. You can apply that to anything. You can apply it to the fight game. There's an A side, B side. Human relationships, there's an A side, B side. Business deals, there's an A side, B side. Someone's got to fucking take the B side.
So the way you're saying
Someone's got to lose.
Yeah.
To a degree. To a degree.
Yeah.
But this is the thing about relationships, because we can talk about relationships as a whole. Everyone says what I say is crazy. All I say is that love is real. Men and women should be in love. A man can be completely in love with a woman and care about her and still sometimes fuck something else.
like the higher your status, the more you can get away with, because that girl's so afraid to lose that, so you can do whatever you want.
Bro, it's the same, but it's the same with anything.
Yeah.
Like, buy a McLaren. It's not going to work for half the year. They're fucking nightmares, but they're McLarens, so it's just a game.
Like, I used to talk to Salim, and he'd have random girls, and he'd be like, yo, I'm crazy over this chick, and I would say, Salim, dude, think about who you are. You can get any girl you want. These are just random chicks, right?
Well, now it's multiple. Now it's great.
So there's levels to it, and I think that chicks don't realize that until they don't have it, and then they chase back, right?
Well, women are also addicted to drama. This is something else you have to understand about females.
That's very true.
Females are addicted to drama. They are entertained by drama. What does a woman do in her spare time? She watches the Kardashians, drama. Listen, I don't want to insult anyone. I was about to say a bitch. Yeah, I'm going to stick with that. A bitch will sit there. A bitch will sit there and think, I need to relax. Let me watch a murder documentary about a serial killer who chops people's heads off so I can have a nice good night's sleep in bed. They're addicted to this shit. They love drama. So to some degree, even as a man, this is actually an important frame for men to understand. To some degree as a man, you have to instill drama in the relationship, because if you don't, she's
They
going
get
to get bored.
No, that's very true, man.
And she's either going to leave or she will instill the drama, which gives her control. You don't want her to bring the drama.
So you think
'cause
girls like to fight?
they like drama. They
Yeah,
like
yeah.
to be entertained.
Yeah.
So if she instills the drama, it's probably going to involve some other fucking dude. You don't want that shit, right? So you have to instill drama. So this is the question I always say to all the people who say I'm misogynistic and my view on relationships are wrong, et cetera, et cetera. I say, look, I have beautiful women who are in love with me, and we're all happy and smiling every day. I get to fuck whatever I want. I have a very positive relationship with females. My life's good. You disagree with everything I say. But your relationship, you and your woman don't even fuck. So, like, if you take the other paradigm, 99% of men disagree with me, but they go, they marry one chick, they be the good guy, get married, sit with her, just her, I'm loyal, blah, blah. They're all getting fucking divorced, and the chick's giving them a hard time.
Yeah.
You never see that dude who did the right thing and then go, I can do whatever the fuck I want because I do the right thing. So you know what? Leave her at home. I'm hitting the club. I can do what I want because I don't cheat. Never. It's like, oh, she's going to get mad. Da, da. And he's the good guy. I'm the bad guy, and I get to say, see you next week.
So what
Bounce.
is the cheating code in Andrew Tate's like books? Like, how do you morally cheat if you have a girl? You're honest with her. You're upfront with her.
It's not even about that, because when I say it on these podcasts, I have to condense everything. I have to be very compendious, and I have to try and...
Or how does one, not Andrew Tate, how does one morally
It's
cheat?
just about understanding and instilling a mental frame inside of the female that makes her understand that it's really not that big a deal. That, coupled with your status and the fact that you're hard to replace, will make you be able to get away with it. And when I say get away with, I don't even mean get away with. It can be a very honest and open thing. I'm telling you, man, like, most men would be surprised by how deviant women are. If you have a woman and you're truly cool, and you're truly together, and she truly loves you, You come home. Have you been out? You fucked that bitch. I did fuck that bitch. You know what? I fucked her, but her tits are not as good as yours. Come here.
But
And you
does
fuck
that
her,
work?
right? She'll love it. She doesn't give a shit.
What if she had a better rack though?
Well, then she's in trouble,
But
right?
wait,
But I'm saying if the framing is right, but it's about the mental framing. I say these things and men think I'm full of shit, but you have to understand the mental framing. I'll give you an example. If a man
So that's your line when you come home and you just dog.
No, but
just
it's-
compliment the girl's rack
it's
and then
an
you're good.
It's an example.
That's
But
good.
I'm-
No, that's a good
yeah,
line. Though.
But I'm talking about the mental framing. If a woman gets with a man and his frame is correct, that woman over a long enough period of time has the same political views, likes the same music, likes the same movies, has the same friends as him, watches the same things on YouTube, the same Netflix shows. If you see a woman who loves that man, doesn't she do everything the man does? So if that man truly believes and can explain to her in a sensible way, look, I love you, I take care of you, I pay your fucking rent, you're living with me, that bitch, fuck that bitch, who cares? I fucked her, so what? Who gives a shit? She ain't here, she ain't living in the fucking penthouse, shut up. Eventually she's gonna be like, okay, well, as long as those girls don't live with you, they absorb their man's frame.
Wait, but
that's the
hold on.
frame.
Hold on though. So what if your girl comes home, same scenario, and goes, yo, your dick is bigger. That's not gonna make you happy though.
Bro, okay, so this argument is one I've heard so many trillion times. They say, well, if you can do that, why can't the woman do that? And I can answer it in so many different ways.
Give your harshest way.
Yeah.
I can give, my harshest way is that it goes against the will of God and nature. It goes against the way of man. For the longest period of human history, men had more than one woman. Every king, every sultan, read the Bible, read the Quran. In most of the world today, men still have more than one woman. Never in history, in any book ever, in any civilization since the dawn of human time, have promiscuous women been celebrated, ever. They have been frowned upon in every single society ever. The main reason is because of paternity. Because what happens is if I have 5 girlfriends and they all get pregnant, we know who the 5 mothers
the guards are in town?
Thank you. And we know who the 5 fathers are.
Yeah, thanks.
Well, the father
Sure.
for the 5 kids. So you know who the kids belong to.
Yeah.
If you have a woman who's sleeping with 5 dudes, when she gets pregnant, nobody knows who the fucking kid belongs to. Now, the DNA test might be able to fix that modern science, right? But there's a whole bunch of modern science has to work with the devil. That shit's new. Humans, evolutionarily, grew up until the 1950s, 1960s, where none of that shit was doable. You had to know who the mother and the father was. You had to have a virgin. That's why they celebrate virginity in most of these places on the planet. They can't afford DNA tests. If she ain't a virgin, I don't know as a fact I'm the father. So I ain't gonna fucking deal with her shit. That's why virginity is so important in most of the world to this day. So to come along and say a woman can do it too is disgusting in the eyes of God and in the eyes of nature. You can come along with science and somehow then try and fix it and prove it.
So
and patch it up.
God just wants the boys to just run through chicks.
God wants the warriors
like
out here.
God's looking down right now and he's like, boys, I just want you to run through chicks.
God wants us to. God wants the men, the masculine males of Earth, to reproduce, create His warriors. God needs warriors.
What parable is that in?
It's Tate 15.
Okay, I'll search it up.
Look it up.
Wait, so when
God needs warriors.
New Testament?
New and old. I'm everywhere, bro. I'm around. You should read the book, G. I'm in there somewhere. You'll see it. And you go, that sounds like Tate. You probably wrote that one. Luke. Nah, that wasn't Luke. That was Tate, that one.
How about, what about, have you ever dated a girl that makes more money than you?
That's impossible.
It's possible. What do you mean?
impossible.
What if like,
You could
what if
date
you,
a-
when you finally go to the US, you're in LA, and Kylie Jenner pulls up on you, and she's like,
She's still not richer than me.
she's richer than you.
Nah.
She is.
But I'm rich in ways beyond money. You're thinking in
No,
numbers.
I'm talking financially.
Then I guess I'm gonna have a very good life, aren't I?
Would you ever date a girl that's richer than you?
Fuck yes. Why not? I
So then would you let her pay bills?
I spent most of my life dating girls who were richer than me. Like for a long time, I had no money, and I'd date a bitch and she might have more money than me. That was no problem for me because I was still in control. I was still in charge. Masculine frame
what
isn't.
makes you-
Masculine frame is not all about money. The idea that it's all money is not true at all. Right? I did very, very well in my life when I had no money, and I was a professional fighter, and I was on the way up, and I was fighting, and I didn't really have that much money. I did fine.
So what if you're,
There's a-
but
bro,
what if,
there are dudes in New York right now selling CDs on the street with like 4 girlfriends, and they're just tearing through pussy. Everyone knows it. They're
Even the
fucking
CD
everyone's wife
guys?
on the slide. They're doing fine. So it ain't just about
but then
money.
what leverage do you have over them if you're not taking care of them? Like what if Kylie Jenner's like, what the fuck? Like you're on my jet. It's bigger than yours. Like you can't fucking cheat on girls now.
If I'm
or
on
would
that,
you just dip at that point?
if I'm on that jet, it's my jet.
Oh
It's
my
your jet?
God, oh my God.
If I'm on her jet, then it becomes my jet.
What if it says Kylie Skin on the outside of
Doesn't
the jet?
matter
though?
because if she's my chick,
Do you
then
make her pull out the decal?
No, she can keep it. But if she's my chick, then she's mine. So her things are now mine. It's my jet, my house. This is my jet. Young lady, sit down. Be quiet. It's gonna be fine. Don't worry about it. I fucked Hannah Montana, whoever. It's gonna be okay. Like, so there might be some celeb beef there. But it's not just about money. I want people to understand it's not just about money. Because I have money is not the reason I say these things. Frame in and of itself is not just about cash.
But do you think you could pull that off with a boss bitch? Is what I'm saying.
Well, this is interesting, right? So now we can apply this to the things I've been saying.
That'd be a true test.
Now we can apply this to the things I've been saying. Someone like Kylie Jenner is far more difficult to replace because
Right.
she's more scarce.
Right.
So then again, then she would be able to turn around and try and play the same game back with me. I'm not saying that it's all a game and it's all just like a chess match and those kind of things. I'm saying these are the basics of human dynamics and human nature. And that someone like Kylie Jenner can have anyone on the planet and there's only one of her. I want to actually say something quickly before we go into this. I'm new to being big on the internet. I really don't know what Kylie Jenner looks like. Wait, is Kylie Jenner
That's
a dude?
cap.
Is
Yeah,
that
that's
a dude?
cap. That's cap.
Is Kylie Jenner the
That's
dude?
huge cap.
Is Kylie Jenner a guy?
You have to be careful.
That's
That's a
Caitlyn.
huge cap.
Who's the guy?
You just brought up
Caitlyn.
Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Yeah, but who's the dude one?
Caitlyn.
Caitlyn.
Oh, okay, fuck, thank God. I thought you were setting me up.
That's the hottest
I thought you
one.
were setting me up saying I'm talking about dude. All right, okay. Kylie Jenner. Kylie Jenner's
Kylie's
girl.
like slightly less hot than Caitlyn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, obviously it would be a slightly different dynamic. But I'm not saying that. But who is she dating now? I don't
Travis
know.
Scott.
Okay, is he loyal?
I don't know. I think he dogs.
Probably not.
He probably dogs.
What do you think? Do you know who Travis Scott is?
I don't know these people. So I don't know these people. But what I'm saying is that at a certain level of masculine frame, I think most women are kind of like, don't tell me about it. I don't want to know about it. Just do your thing. Please love me. I love you back. Boom. And most women will agree with this. I say this to girls all the time because I say these things and girls say, my man would never cheat. My man doesn't cheat, blah, blah, blah. I say, go into his room and demand to see his phone. And no matter what excuse he gives you, don't buy it. Demand to see it.
Why do you want that though? Why would you do your boys like that?
No, because exactly. Why'd you do your boys like that? Because what's on the phone?
Huh?
What's on his phone?
Probably some shit that
Some
she doesn't want to see.
some bitch.
Yeah.
So every man's doing it anyway. So every woman knows it, and the reason she doesn't demand to see his phone because she don't want to have her illusions shattered.